Hello, welcome to episode 13 of the ExtraCasual podcast with
Gavin
and Ashton. And we're sorry, but this one's kind of a little short today.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to keep it around 40 to 50 minutes, possibly an hour at most. But other than that, let's get into our topics. First topic is gonna be Tesla. A Tesla rival goes bankrupt. We have some people asking and answering questions on Quora, and if you know Quora, it's like scuffed Reddit, basically. We got Chick-fil-A is still America's favorite fast food restaurant, says study. And we got a funny TikTok trend that's going on right now because of the Grimace shake. Listen to the whole episode to get all of it, and the last one is really good. I just showed Gavin it.
Very unusual, I must say.
But hey, it's basically like free advertisement.
Basically.
But other than that, let's get to the first topic.
Tesla rival goes bankrupt. Lordstown Motors filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and put itself up for sale because it lacked funding for a scalable vehicle development platform. I would ask you how much you know about Lordstown Motors, but I'm gonna already guess the answer. Basically nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anything related to them.
Yeah, neither have I. Let's see. Lordstown Motors is down. To recap, the electric vehicle upstart was founded in 2018 and was hailed in 2019 by then President Donald Trump after it took over a former General Motor plant in Lordstown, Ohio. Well, that explains the name. The company was riding on the Republican president's Made in America bandwagon. It promised to revive the auto industry in the region by creating jobs that were lost after GM closed the plant. Either that's a spelling error that's intended.
Well, we don't know what GM is either, so.
Oh, well, General Motors probably.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's probably a typo. Let's see. 5 years later, the company is first of all young Tesla competitors to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. I'm gonna look up what that is real quick. Chapter.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of different chapters.
Let's see. When unexpected life events, income reduction, medical business downturn create hardship. Options to avoid bankruptcy when personal, family, business finances. Interesting.
So it's basically like a forced loan.
Kind of, I guess, but I wouldn't necessarily say a loan. More of a, kind of like a last resort.
Yeah.
Big question is, how many people would have had to have all this stuff happen to them for, a Chapter 11 bankruptcy to kick in?
I don't know. How many different chapters of bankruptcy are there? It's kind of off topic, but hold on.
6 chapters. 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, and 15. I think they missed a few.
Great, this leads to a whole nother question. Why are they not, just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5?
Because it's politics, and politics can never be simple.
Okay. You do your own study and research if you want to figure out why they're called chapters 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15.
Maybe it's based off the year they... Actually, no, that would make sense, because I have a feeling these chapters were around way before, whenever I was thinking.
Chapter 13, bankruptcy being the most common forms filed.
I imagine 13 is just, no more money's being...
Money gone.
Yep, money gone. Let's see. Tesla competitors filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in U.S. bankruptcy court for the District of Delaware after a long nightmare. The company explained in a June 27th statement that it had no choice but file Chapter 11 because its partner Foxconn, one of its main suppliers of Apple, Get Free report had abandoned it. I think that's separate. Let's see, bankruptcy on the only viable options, Lordstown. Bankruptcy filing will enable strategic restructuring, says manufacturer of the EV pickup truck Endurance. Lordstown Motors has decided to put itself up for sale by commencing comprehensive market and sale processing for its all-electric Endurance pickup truck and related assets.
I've never heard of this before.
Well, when a lot of people think of bankruptcy, they kind of think of just money gone, bye business.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of layers to it, where let's see, like bankruptcy is bankruptcy is basically where I think it is, at least. A company experiences some major asset loss or just GDP loss or whatever, and they basically have to tread water.
Yeah, they're basically given a certain amount of time to recoup.
With bankruptcy filing, allows them to be opened up to be bought, liquidate assets where necessary.
Yeah.
Just like I said, just try to tread water. As one of the early entrants of the EV industry, electric vehicle, we have delivered the Endurance, an innovative and highly capable EV with significant commercial and retail potential, and has subsequently engaged with Foxconn on a purposeful strategic partnership to leverage the expertise of broader EV development platform. Chief Executive Edward Hightower said in this statement. I kind of a funny thought came across my mind a while ago when I originally saw this, and just wait, what if Elon Musk has connections to the CIA and he kind of paid him off to, crash the market for these guys?
That would be pretty funny. But I think it's just Tesla found success. I don't really know how he found it, but it's they struck gold, but then other companies are trying to mimic it, and it's not really working.
Well, I think what it is that Elon Musk was kind of Elon Musk and Tesla was kind of the main pioneers of this kind of stuff, and all the other companies are kind of just trying to play catch up.
Yeah.
And, at least for a time, Tesla held basically a stranglehold over the electric car, or electric vehicle industry, solely because they're kind of the only ones doing it. Thus, basically making an artificial monopoly where they can't really get messed up by the trade commission.
Or just
stuff.
Competitors.
That's the thing with competitors. We were talking about this in one of our earlier episodes where, companies seek competition to force them to innovate.
Yeah.
And because at the time there was no competition to Tesla, there's no need for innovation, at least to a big extent.
That is true. Do you know how they model? Did you ever hear what the models do you know how each Tesla there's the S, the 3, the X,
mm-hmm.
and then there's a Y or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he purposely made it so it spells out sexy even with his release models.
Nice.
He's doing a bit of trolling. But I looked up the EV pickup truck Endurance, and it looks like a really weird pickup truck.
Yeah. It looks unusually futuristic without the need to be futuristic. Man, I don't even know how to describe it. And obviously you can just look up a picture for yourself. But
yeah, so on the front of cars, usually, they have their logo, and then they have the area where the engine is. And in front of that, usually they have airflow into the engine. But on these Endurance pickup trucks, they have no. It's just a solid piece of car. There's no grill to the car, I think is the right word for it.
I think the technical term is vent.
Yeah, just there's no vent or grill to the front of it. It's basically just. It just looks extremely goofy.
Yeah. I mean, Tesla obviously has the same deal, because the reason why obviously that vent is there is to keep up basically to act as a cooling system to the engine, like along with like other coolant and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
With an electric car, it's not like that because obviously there's no it's not a gas motor; it's an electric motor, so it doesn't really need that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but at least like Tesla pulled it off, and it looks nice. This this just looks kind of weird. Like it still has the grills, just they're like the vents, but they're on the side of the car where like the headlights would be, basically.
Yeah, that and it just looks kind of goofy because there's like a black stripe that kind of goes like across the entire thing, and I don't know, it just looks really weird.
Do you want to know another thing that I noticed that most trucks have that I don't think this truck has?
What?
So usually with trucks, for example, I'm going to show Gavin an image and I'll explain it. See this line right here, Gavin?
Yeah.
Like these lines? With most trucks, they have this thing called muscle lines and stuff like that just make it look like the truck is built nice. They have certain patterns of indents on the car that just give off the idea that it's stronger looking and nicer looking.
Oh yeah,
but
these don't have them.
Yeah, but if you look at the endurance ones, the only details really are these black stripes going around the whole body, kind of.
Yeah, it looks weird.
Yeah.
I remember a while back, me and a couple friends got into an argument of could, in theory, the world kind of make the full shift to electric vehicles, and I'm talking full, even construction equipment, like bulldozers and that stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They said it wasn't possible. Why? I don't know. They said it was too big. I said it's possible. We just kind of need to refine the formula, change some things around, and kind of have to basically just remake the entire thing from scratch.
Yeah, it would just take time. Imagine how it was trying to convince people to change from horse and carriage to car. There would be some people that'd be down to do it, but then there'd be some that are no, but I just horse.
I mean, that was the big thing. That was a huge argument back then. It's I have a horse, it has 4 legs, and it runs absolutely fine. Who needs this car thingy?
This stupid piece of wood.
Metal, something, whatever. And it was like that with the internet, too. I mean, people thought it was just a passing fad, and then now look at it.
Yep. Physically required for everything in some way or shape or form.
Same thing with TV in the 50s. People thought that was a fad. Now look where it is. Although movies, though, those would stay, because for some reason, why not?
Yeah. I was going to ask you a question, but it's kind of a hard one.
Shoot, what is it?
What do you think is going to be the next thing that people just think that are fads that are going to become the next?
That's an excellent question. Because, it's going to have to be something brand new, something the world has never really seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And, because of that, it's going to be very, like I said, it has to be very new.
Yeah.
So, it could either be a new form of transportation, B, a new kind of first world luxury, I suppose.
It's really hard to think of, because it has to be something that we think now is something that's just a fad, but then it turns out to be something that people becomes the mainline thing.
Yeah, I don't know, if I want to think music, maybe kind of AI stuff, people think that's just a thing. Actually,
yeah. They kind of already had that though with Vocaloids in a way.
I suppose that's true.
That kind of died off.
Yeah, but I mean AI tracks. The thing is that even if people don't really like it, I think it's still gonna stick around because for these record companies, it's literally scot free. They could do whatever they want. Mm-hmm. They can literally make millions of dollars from just some piece of software.
Yeah, I know. I think I've mentioned this to you before, but I'm pretty sure there was a major artist that came out with a song that was basically completely AI generated. Like, the way they were advertising it made it look like it was completely AI generated, down to like, they didn't even write the lyrics for it. Like, they basically just had them use their voice and the rest was done by AI.
It's easy money.
Yeah. Maybe that's the future, just AI music.
Well, if that is it, then I have a feeling that there's not going to be as much heart in music like there once was.
Yeah, or it's going to be like artificial heart.
Yeah. Because, like, I remember hearing this, like, this a while ago, and I really do agree with it. It's that, the thing is with, like, real artists is that with, like, each piece of music, it usually will always mean something, like, whether it be a hardship or, just, like, something like that. Like, Eminem, quick example, Cleaning Out My Closet, that was a song that's very targeted towards his mom, who, like, mistreated him throughout his entire childhood.
Mm-hmm. Like, the songs usually have a theme, background, meaning, story.
Exactly, something like that. And, and with AI music, that's not really going to be there because they literally spawn from thin air. There's no background, there's no trauma or whatever, unless they program that in, I mean, which would be stupid, but...
I mean, there'll be those stories, and, like, there will be stuff that does mimic, like, Eminem's stories about his mom, just it's not going to be real.
Yeah.
But they will definitely have those, like, stories.
I think what's going to happen is at a certain point, people are going to have to, like, try to figure out the difference between real and synthetic, as I guess kind of cue it is.
Or they're just going to have to categorize in two different categories.
And probably like how they're doing with art now.
Yeah. Like, people are going to be like, I only listen to AI music, and others are going to be like, no, human all the way. It's going to be like a music war between, like, the... Would that even be a genre, or would that just be a whole new category?
What, just AI?
Yeah.
I think it could be considered just a new category, because there can be, like, AI metal, AI rap, AI pop, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of wild to think that, like, within, like, maybe the next 10 years, we're going to have to be distincting human from machine.
Well, yeah, because then you could think about, like, companies that just, like, fake the artist. Like, they take, like, industry plant to a whole new meaning, if you know that term.
I don't think so. It's not familiar.
I can quickly explain it. So, an industry plant is basically, they pick up an artist out of nowhere. And it's not always, like, a bad term, but they pick out an artist out of nowhere, and then, like, the company, like, basically throws them into fame, and then tries to see if it sticks. So, like, they'll pay them... Like, basically, they go from, like, a low-tier artist to, like, a high-tier artist within, like, weeks, like, making, like, new music and everything. But just, like, think of, like, they do that, but instead of it actually being a person, they just, like, have an actor pretend to be the artist, and then everything else is just done by the companies through AI.
Well, they could probably pay the actor less than, if someone is actually making music.
Yeah. And it would probably be smarter for the company, which is kind of scary.
Yeah. Which kind of makes you wonder how many jobs are going to be lost to AI. Like, this has been a worry since, like, the automation of a lot of stuff has been kind of more introduced. Will humans end up being replaced for the most part by machines and AI, so in a way that there's going to be huge job crisis within the span of who knows however long.
Well, isn't the whole argument behind that is, like, when companies started, like, making cars en masse and stuff, the argument was that those companies that became automated were also making more jobs because they had to take care of the automation.
Yeah, but of course there's going to be the argument that there's going to be automated stuff to fix that automation.
But then there'll be people fixing those automations.
There's going to be people fixing that automation. There's going to be automations fixing that automations. Who knows? Maybe once robots become like Star Wars level, it's just going to be like that.
The robots will start paying us for entertainment.
Won't that be swell?
I don't think we're gonna be alive to see that day though. So
I hope not.
Phew.
I hope there's a lot of things that happen that I'm not alive for. The end of the world. World War III, which may or may not be debatable at this point. The point where humans basically become obsolete and we're basically just dying off because we can't afford things to keep ourselves alive, except if you're like part of the like high elite or whatever.
Lots of dystopic endings that we could have, but then there could also be a lot of good endings.
No, we just gotta play our hands right. Unfortunately, though, the world's full of enough greedy bastards that, they're willing to... They probably sacrifice their own wife, kids, and like any other kind of family to, get a few extra dollars in their bank account.
Yeah. Do you know where you left off on this? With the extreme tangent?
Let's see. Despite our best efforts and earnest commitment to partnership, Foxconn willfully and repeatedly failed to execute agreed upon strategy, leaving us with Chapter 11 as the only viable option to maximize the value of Lordstown assets for the benefit of stakeholders. We vigorously pursue our legitimate litigation claims against Foxconn accordingly. Sounds like there's going to be a lawsuit, if you ask me. Lordstown has indeed filed a complaint against Foxconn, which accuses of fraud and broken promises. Yep, sounds about right. Last November, Foxconn, formerly known as Han Hai Precision Manufacturing, announced that it would take an 18.3% stake in Lordstown Motors, as well as 2 seats on the board, for an equity injection of around $170 million. The deal, which would have run through Foxconn affiliate Foxconn Ventures Pte. Ltd., would have made the biggest Lordstown shareholder, topping the stake of founder Stephen Burns.
So they're trying to revive it, is what I'm reading?
It sounds like it.
Through, deals?
Or just, suing. Alright. Well, I think that's all for this topic.
Yeah, it's a different article, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Huh.
So we got, basically the important stuff, I think. Even if it's not.
It's interesting, but I think we already went in depth talking about it.
Yeah.
But
we also went on tangent for a few things. In fact, we only have... If we were aiming for 40 minutes, we only have 13 minutes to go over everything.
Mine are pretty short. We're going to do a couple of this next one.
Like half? Or not even?
Yeah, I'll do about half. Okay, so we're going to switch to my topic, which is the off-brand Reddit people asking and answering questions. And the reason I picked this one is, on the article, this is the first one that it said, and it's, my 18-year-old son said he kissed a girl a while back, so I grounded him for 3 months, destroyed his phone, and sold his car. Was I too easy on him?
If I know one thing, is that this is how you make your kid hate you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Especially because this person is now an adult, so...
Yeah, part of me wants to believe that this is fake, but part of me knows that this might be real.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, but kind of funny at the same time.
Yeah. Let's see. Destruction of his private property, even if, his parents bought it for him, it's his, at least in, legal terms.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess maybe not exactly with the car, because, it can be leased under, specific people's names and stuff like that.
And then she dares to say, was I too easy on him?
This is probably, some Puritan stuff. The whole no holding hands till marriage or whatever joke.
Probably. I want to imagine, I can't even imagine. I was just going to say, I wonder, where this is. This has to be in the U.S.
Probably.
But, where in the U.S. would the reaction be this, bad?
Louisiana. I don't know. I don't know. We just have to look up what state has the highest like demographic for Puritans, and just kind of go from there.
Yeah, it'll probably be that one then.
Does the sun get its energy from dark matter? No.
Okay, we might read all these. These might be too good. I don't know.
Alright.
I think the sun does get energy from dark matter, to be honest.
I don't know, man. I think that's just a big burning ball of gas that kind of just exists at the center of our solar system.
I screened through a couple of these, and I think there's more sun-related ones, so this is going to be amazing. Okay, next one. It bothers me that my neighbor takes a shower between 9 and 11 p.m. I asked her to shower early, and she does not obey to me. It's very late, and the sound of the shower takes away my peace. What do I do with it?
I don't know.
This just seems like a normal question. Besides the fact that they're showering between 9 and 11 p.m.
Like, any time between it? Or, like, the full duration of 9 and 11? Because that's like a 3-hour shower. Well, 2 hour, technically. Whatever.
And just imagine, like, the bill on that. Are they, like, going on and off between hot and cold? Or do they just go until, like, there's no more hot water completely?
Oh no. Even then, even if their gas bill isn't that high, their water bill will be insane.
Mm-hmm. Look at these. They added, like, the article that we're reading this off of added, like, little comments, and there's this just another rude neighbor.
Yeah. The last one's like, I think I missed this part in physics class.
Mm-hmm. I think I missed this part of physics class that they taught us about dark matter in the sun.
That's not even physics. It's like astrophysics. Which, just because it has physics in the name, does not make them necessarily the exact same thing. Alright, now on to the next one.
Next one.
Add,
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna read this first. Controlling much? How should I punish my 24-year-old daughter who got married without permission?
God damn.
The way that I think this is going, I'm gonna try to imagine, like, the mother and the daughter in this situation. I imagine the mother was just like the one that tried punishing her son, and the daughter just married without permission of her because she is such a bad parent.
You know, I don't know why, but this reminds me of something really interesting I figured out by a potential new family member. So, basically, my dad's girlfriend's dad has a really outdated belief that people should marry in race, so whites should marry whites and stuff like that. And the first time when I heard that, I felt like physical. I was stun-locked, to say the least.
Yeah, you were visibly shocked.
Mm-hmm. Like, I was just thinking, man, these people are insane.
Like, I don't even know, like, understand why people would still think that.
Well, he's like from the 70s, I think, but that doesn't really explain a whole lot. Judging from, the 70s was after the Civil Rights Movement. Like, at least for the most part, things got better. And yeah.
No, there's always those racist people still, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I remember how that's how I'm gonna put it, described it as that, he's not racist, but, and then just that statement.
Yeah,
and I even made the comment saying that if you have to start out a statement saying I'm not / they're not racist, they're gonna say something racist.
Yep. As soon as they hear the but, they just know it's gonna be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Next up.
Okay. How dare they? I went to go watch a movie and I slept through the whole thing. Can I sue the theater owners for scamming?
No.
Are they implying that the movie was boring, or?
No, I think it's really just that they fell asleep.
What the?
The thing is that in this case, you got what you paid for. It's not your fault that you couldn't really fulfill it.
That's it. I'm filling out paperwork right now. I'm suing my parents for falling asleep in my own bed every single night. Hear this, Dad? I'm getting the papers now. I'm gonna sue you. But,
alright.
like, how stupid can you be? This is just like, this is an adult that can, like, drive, or, presumably an adult that can drive, make decisions on their own, live on their own, and they're gonna ask this stupid question.
Welcome to the free world, where there's no punishment for stupidity.
Got one follow from that, too, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, next one. Better call Saul was the caption for this.
Oh boy.
Can I sue my landlord? His friend posted my name and picture online claiming that I am holding over and haven't paid rent for a year. In comma, true. My landlord is having an eviction proceeding against me. Can I use this as a defense to dismiss the case?
No. Listen, it doesn't matter if you get Phoenix Wright and Saul Goodman for your defense team. You're not winning.
Yeah.
Because if you even admitted that it's true they haven't paid your rent for over a year, you flat out admitted it in an internet post.
They admitted it.
You are guilty. That's like indisputable evidence.
Yes, Judge. I murdered him. But they used my name. Can I use that against them?
Yeah. Yes, I killed him, but they said something very mean to me. So it's self-defense, right?
Right. He looked at me. I just felt like something bad was going to happen when he looked at me.
Yeah. Alright, next one.
Caption, cut the act. And it says, why does Gordon Ramsay pretend to be British? The way he tries to sound English makes all Americans cringe inside. He's
Scottish. Cut the act. Why does he have to put on an accent on it every time he's on camera? Man.
Yeah. Even if he's putting on a little bit of an over-exaggerated accent, he's just acting.
Want to hear a funny bucket list item on my bucket list?
Sure.
Be insulted by him at least once. His insults are so good.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. I'm probably never going to live it out, but if I do, my God, I'm going to be the happiest person in the world on that singular day.
You just gotta wait, 50 years from now, when, he has no other show, business going on for him, and he's, doing cameos or whatever, and then you just gotta, pay him to insult you.
I only think he's going to be alive in 50 years, because he's already kind of old, I think.
Oh yeah, let's look it up. Gordon, yep. Ramsay. Should probably type in age. 56.
56.
He's gonna live to the ripe 106, Gavin.
Yeah, let's hope so.
But that is an amazing bucket list item.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. This one better be the best out of all of them. Okay, this is pretty good.
Yeah,
Caption,
pretty good.
I really hope this is satire. I hope this is satire too. I'm going to the UK for a temporary work assignment. Can I bring my AR-15 for protection?
Well, judging on the fact that the United Kingdom has fully outlawed firearms for civilian use, let me say no.
I wouldn't be surprised if he brought it with, and the UK government was so confused on what it was. Even they're like,
"Nah,
is that what I think it is?"
I think TSA would shut him down first, because there's no way you're gonna be able to bring a rifle onto a flight and have people look at you like you're a normal person. You have a hard enough time getting a handgun. Never mind a AR-15.
Well, yeah, because you have to pack all of it properly, and then they have to take it out and check it and everything. But I don't think they're going to allow a gun into an area where they don't really allow guns. So I'm sorry, buddy, but you can't bring your gun, your AR-15, to a work assignment, as he said it was.
I mean, unless he's military, but that's a different story if he is.
Yeah, I don't know why he worded it like this if he was military. Okay, but next one. Ad. Okay. Literal evil stepmother's caption. My husband sent my 7-year-old stepson to boarding school because I dislike him. However, he comes back for a month during vacation. How can I limit his vacation time as much as possible?
All I know is going to end up in a home with God.
This is just sad.
Yeah.
This is like the stereotypical, like, movie trope.
Yeah. I mean, she fully admits that she doesn't like him. And she actively wants to hinder, his childhood development in whatever way possible. It's pretty fucking cruel, if you ask me.
Well, the husband, I guess, is also a part of this. Shame on these people.
I think the husband is trying to, do more of a saving grace kind of thing, because I think he knows that his son's gonna have hell, like possibly. if he's gonna be at home with a stepmom that doesn't like him whatsoever.
Yeah, because this next one better be a funny one. Again, so. every single time I call, it's gonna be funny. That's not funny. Wait, no, this isn't an ad.
Oh, what
are they smoking? Is the caption.
That's a good question. What kind of superpowers do you gain after you realize you're a twin flame? What the fuck is that?
It's probably some astrology thing.
Astrology where they fucking huff essential oils and shove herbs up their butt.
Damn.
And says it gives them magic powers.
Gavin's on the bad juices tonight, I guess.
Listen, man. If they want to pretend like some magical, like, tree spirit protects them because they do, like, some unusual lifestyle, feel free. But, have fun to have people make fun of you.
Just keep it in your own area, please.
Yeah, and don't try to tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, next one. Caption, I'm not sure it's the British people who have an obsession.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around in this one. Why are Brits obsessed with American healthcare? If they have little else to do, they can take a hike to their beloved Queen's remains, have some leave some fish and chips on the gravestone as a real tribute.
What?
I don't know.
Isn't the other way around, though?
Yeah, the idea is that America has terrible healthcare, meanwhile, like, everywhere else here in the West has actually really good healthcare.
Well, from what I've heard in, like, Canada and stuff, because they have free healthcare, it
just takes forever to get them.
Yeah, it takes forever, but then you can pay to get, like, basic healthcare.
Yeah, preferred treatment. Meanwhile, it's like $2 million over here. That's only for, like, the standard bundle.
And this salty... What do you call Quora people?
Idiots.
Quoranians? I don't know. There's probably some name that they like to be called, like a Reddit. People like being called Redditors.
Yeah, who knows? Okay, on the next one.
My teenage son has been going to the bathroom without my permission. How do I punish this behavior?
This sounds like a setup to like some really dumb joke.
There's no answer yet because people don't know how to respond to this.
So my teenage boy was going to the bathroom without permission, so I need some advice on punishing him. Anyone got any ideas? I went to my pastor, and he looked at me like I was freaking insane.
Looked at me and said, "Boy, you need to stop using the bathroom that much. That's a sin."
What's with parents wanting to punish their kids? Seems to be a recurring pattern of crazy parents on Quora.
Yeah, because they don't want to be hip enough for Reddit, I guess, so they just use Quora.
Yeah. Are the words blacklist and whitelist racist? Are they?
I don't think so. Don't they basically mean the same thing, though?
Blacklist is like things that aren't allowed, and whitelist is things that are allowed.
Oh.
Here's the thing. There's definitely going to be people that will say yes to this question.
My answer to that is I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's like just a quick thing. There's always going to be like the dumb argument of black equal bad is bad and white equal good is bad. Like that's always going to be that dumb argument. So
next question, last question. Okay, caption: Mad scientist vibes. Gavin, you read this one.
What would happen if I injected someone with antifreeze and put them in the freezer? They'd fucking die. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh God.
Because antifreeze is basically poison.
But have antifreeze in them, and they can't freeze, right?
Well, they would die due to, like, blood poisoning or whatever. Then they would freeze. Okay, what time are we looking?
46.
Nice.
Okay.
My headset's kind of dying, which I really hope it does in the middle of this.
Great. Speed run this one, Gavin. It's short.
Okay,
So this is Gavin's topic.
Chick-fil-A is still America's favorite fast food restaurant study. Alright, of all the fast food in the country, Americans are happiest with Chick-fil-A, according to new results from the American Customer Satisfaction Index. Have you ever had Chick-fil-A?
I have, and it's actually, when I got it, it was like $9 for just like a sandwich and some fries, and it wasn't that bad of a deal in my opinion.
Let me see if you know.
Have you?
Nope.
It's okay. I'd still rather just get like McDonald's or something.
I guess to kind of go with like the theming, what's your favorite like fast food place or just restaurant in general?
One that I classify like, I don't even think it is definitely classified as fast food, but the way I treat it as like food isn't as, oh my god, it isn't fast food, but it is fast food. I just classify it as not fast food because I don't go there often, but Culver's.
Oh yeah.
Culver's just has like really good burgers. They have like their like a special root beer there too that's really good.
Yeah.
They have butter burgers and they have like custard. Like for every kid's meal you get like a free custard too.
I've heard good things about Culver's. I've only actually had Culver's once, but it was really good. So yeah, and in spite of that, I think I'm going to have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Research organization's 2022-2023 restaurant study found that customers were most satisfied with the controversial chicken chain, according to interviews with 16,250 customers. This is Chick-fil-A's 9th consecutive year of topping the ACSI's fast food list. Ratings are based on benchmarks including accuracy and quality of food order, courtesy and helpfulness of staff, restaurant layout and cleanliness, and speed of checkout or delivery. Jimmy John's, however, took a close second with a score of 84 compared to Chick-fil-A's 85. An aggregate category of similar companies, including In-N-Out, took third on the list. At the bottom of the list, a score of 71 was Taco Bell, followed by McDonald's with a mere 69. Nice.
That's pretty. Jimmy John's is also pretty good.
I've only had them once. This might be a little controversial, but I prefer Subway.
Well, yeah, I don't even know where Subway is on the list of this either.
It's either going to be pretty down low or it's going to be somewhere in the middle.
I'd say like 81. Like that's in between McDonald's and Jimmy John's.
Pretty wide margin. Let's see. The ACSI also studied customer satisfaction with full service restaurants of these chains. Outback Steakhouse topped the list for the first time, followed closely by Cracker Barrel, Longhorn Steakhouse, and Texas Roadhouse. Overall, the study claims to have found customer satisfaction with both fast food and full service restaurants has increased this year. It's not good, probably. This year we're seeing customer satisfaction returning to pre-pandemic levels for first service dining, while fast food has have rebounded to within a point of their 2019 score, said ACSI Director of Research Emeritus Forrest Morgeson. As a press release, the good news is tempered, though, by increasing inflationary pressures, which are already slowing traffic.
At the end, it sounded like they're getting political about fast food restaurants.
Well, they already called Chick-fil-A controversial, and we already kind of know why.
Yeah, but people are still eating there, I guess. I don't think we even have one really near us.
Nope, not where I live or where you live.
Yeah, so...
that's kind of it. We can't have to move because my headset's dying. We're also coming up on time.
Yeah, if your headset dies, I'm going to finish off, and then you can stop recording.
Yeah.
But we are on our last topic, and that is McDonald's response to the horrifying Grimace shake TikTok trend. I showed Gavin this before recording, and it's like... It's
It's
funny,
something.
but at the same time, it's like kind of horrifying.
Yeah. Especially because the one we seen was got unusually creative with it.
Yeah, so like basically the template of this trend is somebody buys the Grimace shake from McDonald's and then they're like, "Happy birthday, Grimace," and they take a sip, and then it'll like cut to a frame of them like laying on the ground, presumably dead, or like
Yeah.
in psychosis, like they're like shocked of horror or something, and then like
Yeah,
shake is spilt all over them and stuff like that.
yeah, they're like spitting up the shake.
Yeah, but then there's like the one that we watched. The guy took a sip of his shake, and all of a sudden like he teleported after saying "Happy Birthday, Grimace" into like a room where it was like duct taped to a chair, and Grimace was slowly approaching him. And at the end, he like died, presumably. But like, people are getting really creative like with this. Like, they're basically ruining their clothes. Like, look at this video, Gavin.
Yeah, they're ruining their clothes for internet clout.
The Grimace massacre. But
Well, we found the current fad of the internet this month.
hey, at least it's not like the IKEA boys.
What's that?
You don't know about the IKEA boys?
I don't think so. I might have heard about them, but it's probably been a while.
Well, it's not. The trend is called the IKEA boys, but it's nothing really to do with like a certain amount of people. It's really just the trend where you steal. Wait, no, it's not like. Did I say IKEA?
Yeah.
I meant Kia.
Oh yeah, never mind. I heard about that.
Yeah, where basically they steal cars and joyride them, film it, and then half the time they die.
Yeah, well, there's only like one big video, and the people that did it, like 4 of them died. Or like some of them died, and the people they got into a crash with, like some of them died too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna. You can go.
For the most part, I consider TikTok a plague on the world, but stuff like this is actually kind of alright.
Well, yeah, and there's also people like new stuff that you wouldn't know about, and there's like wholesome stories that you get from it. But at the same time, there's also like dark stuff that you wish you never heard or saw.
Yeah, and so much brain rot. It makes zombies
like,
seem smart.
Originally, when TikTok came out, I was like, for a year I had it, and then I just like read or saw something. I was like, nope, I'm not watching this anymore or having this, and I deleted it. And then most recently, I almost did that again because like you just hear like something that's really just messed up, and I think this recent one, I'm not going to say exactly what I heard because I don't want other people to think about the sentence, but it was related to animal abuse, and that's all I'm really going to say. But it like made me just like wish that I skipped it because there was like no warning about it. I listened to it and now it's like stuck.
Yeah, welcome to the internet.
But I'm gonna read a couple since Gavin and I basically already talked about it. I'm gonna read these 2 paragraphs. So, the bright purple beverage has sparked jokes, memes, and a series of increasingly unhinged TikToks.
Well, not wrong on that front.
Very unhinged. In the video, a user sips the Grimace shake before mimicking horror movie-style death scenes, and to top it all off, the purple shake can be found dribbling out of their mouths, splattered like blood all over the floor, and even oozing out of their nostrils. At the center of the mayhem is Grimace himself. The character has largely been shrouded in mystery. A McDonald's spokesperson revealed in 2021 that he is actually an enormous taste bud. That's what Jacob was talking about.
Yeah.
In an old advertisement, the fast food chain Grimace described as an evil shake stealer. With such a secretive backstory, it's made it easier for social media users to fill in the blanks with even more sinister stories.
So he was in cahoots with the Hamburglar.
Yeah. But then he made his own shake, so I thought it was good, but now he's just killing people, I guess.
No, I think he went to the light side after a little while.
He was like Robin Hood, he used to steal.
He's no longer Darth Grimace.
He's Obi Grimace Kenobi.
I don't know about that, but...
But Another thing I saw is that hopefully this like sparks up more like characters coming back in fast food chains.
Yeah.
Like there might be like they might have all their other characters come back with like birthdays and stuff like that too.
It's possible.
Because they have a couple more. Like they have well, the only one I'm thinking of is they have like a bluish character too.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But I know that there's a couple more characters that they could do birthdays for.
Yeah, like definitely a handful at least.
Yeah.
I know there's like the mayor of Burger Town or whatever.
I've never heard of that one.
I don't know. Like the McDonald's character lore goes like unusually deep, but yeah. That's all I'm gonna say.
But if you haven't actually tried the Grimace shake, I don't know how long until they're getting rid of it again, but it's actually not that bad. I'm pretty sure this is like a third episode talking about it, so I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna go that much into it.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
But I think we've reached the end.
Mm-hmm.
Just about at our time too that we were talking about.
My headset's not dead yet, so that's good.
Sweet.
I guess so. Cut things here. So, this was episode 13 of the Extra Casual podcast. This have been your hosts, Gavin
And Ashton.
And we will see you all later.
Yep.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye-bye.